Hey guys, so this is continuation from the previous video where I talk about the booker. So now we're just gonna jump in and start this video off with a craft. There will be some books in this as well because I've been reading a lot of romance. Yeah, so I want to talk about some of that as well. So yeah, so before I do that, let's jump into the haul. Now it is fall and I needed to do some basics. So last weekend I made a lot of basic, not a lot, I think I made 3. I made a skirt and two tops, I believe. And I wore one, which I did in the shorts, which is the first, which were, I think the tops were more of a tester because these were scraps fabric that I've had laid around and I want to test them out. And I enjoy wearing it and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be making more from that kind of top, especially the one I wore to jazz night, and also the basics because it's that time of the year and I know I like wearing stuff to dress up in, but I also like to be able to make my own comfort stuff instead of buying it, especially since they're easy to make. We're talking, I made the skirt and the two top in I think 3 or 4 hours. So to be able to do that many, and if one top alone is less than an hour, to be honest with you. So it's just a matter of me just cutting them out and prepping them. But I like to have them so I can have wear them and, you know, even to work or underneath sweaters or whatever. So I picked up a bunch. So I have these that I'm gonna make some hoodie, not hoodie, but like the sweater ones that I made, the white one that I made when I was in New York. So I'm gonna use that for that. I have about, I think this is 3 yards. So I may be able to get 2 different basic top with this. This one is 4 yards. So I should be able to get a top and one of those basic skirts. So kind of like a 2-piece situation with this one. And it is nice. It isn't that thin. So I was looking to see. But if I have to line it for the skirt, I will. And then the same thing with this one as well. So maybe a top, probably a basic skirt. This is just going to be tops and it's a lot. So I'm considering making 2 different, this basic long sleeve shirt like what I have on. And then this is only 2, so I want to be able to get 1 top out of this one. My friend, hold on. She's been giving me a lot of her stuff because she no longer sews. She's sewed for how many years? Decades. And so she doesn't do it anymore. So she gave me a lot of her stuff. So she gave me this. This was convenient for that suit dress that I made, which I'll pop here if you haven't followed me on Instagram, because Instagram get during the week you get a highlight every day of what I'm sewing. So if you haven't seen it, it's right here. So these are amazing for like the sleeve where you don't want a crease in the sleeve when you're ironing it. So this is good for that. This is also good for like this part of the shoulder and certain parts of the clothes that you want to iron without, again, getting any crease. And it's like one of those tough areas to iron on your ironing board. So when she offered these to me, I was happy because I was considering buying these myself. The only thing now is that I need to cover it. So I think I'm going to try and make a cover for them so that I don't get it messed up or burned, because I really like this. And she took care of this for long time. She probably had these for 20 years or more. And the fact that she was able to take care of it, I want to do the same. I did buy this, and this is also great for when you're ironing as well. And it is tailored suggestion, and I bought it because I know I'm going to be doing that suit. And even though I iron it, I feel like I want to press again because I feel like it's not stiff as much as I want it to be. But on me it's different. I plan on making a jumpsuit, so I bought these zipper that I needed. They're 16 inches, so I bought a black and the navy blue, and it's a dark denim, very dark denim, but I think this is too light for it, so I'm gonna have to use the black one for it. but I'm gonna look at it again because it doesn't look hidden. It looks like you're going to see it, but the black might work out better because of how dark that denim is, because I think this is just way too light. Then I bought these clips for the buckle because I'm going to be making a crossbody bag, which so this is Beauty du Jour. She made a fanny pack, and I've never made one, so I got her fanny pack, and these are stuff that you need for it. So I decided to pick some up and make my first fanny pack. And I kind of want to make it because it's just going to go with the jumpsuit, and hopefully the jumpsuit comes out great. Sorry. And for Brooklyn Book Festival, that is next weekend, so it's next Sunday. I also got another tripod. So the tripod I'm currently using, it is only, I think 180 can go, so it can only go this way, that's it. You can flip it so it comes upside down, but it is an awkward position that it's in. And I also broke something off of it because I've had this tripod, whoa, maybe 6 years. It still works well. I'm still gonna use it, but I wanted to get something that I can do certain video position in. So I got this off Amazon, and the review was really good. So it comes with a lot of parts. So this is a part that you can use for the phone. Yeah, for the phone, which I'm not gonna use it for the phone, so it's probably gonna never get used, that part. And then I don't know, this is another part, so I'm gonna put it together at some point soon. It comes with a remote, and then it comes with these parts. So I'm gonna play around with look at the direction. I like that it really shrink and gets real small. The one I'm currently using, it doesn't get this small when I close it up. It's still like, I think, a couple more inches bigger, which makes me want to be able to record in a corner over there, because when I sit it, this is the lowest I could get it. The one I'm currently using, it doesn't get this low at all. It's still too high, and so it's hard to record from this angle. So I was happy when I saw how low it can get, so I was like, absolutely going to be using this one. So I will put it together and use it this week. And again, I love the case that it comes in. And that's it for right now. I'm going to be doing some cutting, and today I have a birthday party. And then maybe, you know what, before I even cut, let me see if I can make a really quick shorts just to highlight today's 3-year sewing journey. And I'll post it today because I feel like today's special. I still want to post something, even though didn't get to do that. But I'm excited for the next couple of years. I mean, can't believe I've been doing it for 3 years sewing, and I know a lot of people ask me because they think I'm further ahead in 3 years, but it's changed, and I definitely have grown. I've seen some things that I sewed in the beginning, and when I look back on it, I'm like, ooh, like I think about how much stuff I could have done differently with those outfits. Some of the outfits I know I can fix, and some of them is not fixable because of how I cut it and what I did, where I know is to repair it or add something, it's just not going to happen. So those are the outfits that some I will keep just for memory's sake, and some I'm probably going to do other project with it just to save the fabric and not let it go for waste. But overall, I am happy with the progress I've made with the sewing journey, and I am going to celebrate that. So yeah, so maybe this will be, I'll do it and then use this to do the flip, because you can do 360. on this. All right, guys. So see the next footage. Hey guys, so it has been a few days. Did not plan to do that, but it happened. So we're just gonna talk about what I've read, and then I'll just say what I finished. But before that, I will be at Brooklyn Book Festival this weekend, which is this Saturday. I think I'm gonna put this video out on Saturday because I'm ahead. Now also I'll have a better internet service to be able to do that. And then Sunday it will be Brooklyn Festival. I'm watching the weather because it's been raining all week, and I'm hoping that the rain holds off. I don't care if it's not sunny, but at least not raining, so I can enjoy the experience. There's not a lot of author this year that I really want to see, so it's going to be a lot more of discovery for me and exploring and see what's out there. So maybe I'll spend more time at the vendors booths. Definitely Edwidge Datacat is having 2 sessions, so I'm hoping to be able to attend at least one of her sessions and meet her, and I will be hauling my books. And she's also have a new book, so I'll definitely pick up the new book. So she's what I'm really excited for. Versus the other authors, majority of them I do not own a book from. It is that time of the year where I get a lot of debut author books. I was hoping that the boxes would have come in by now, and then I would have seen what's in it. So perhaps go check out some of these authors that way. But they're not in yet, and they probably won't be in today. So yeah. So I have been reading a lot of romance, and I also read Ella. Before I get into Ella, let's go in and talk a little about this romance novel called Somebody's Husband. Now, when I initially saw the title, I was not thrilled about the title because it just felt like it's going to be this huge infidelity situation. But it turned out to be one of those interesting romance because it dealt with marriage that lasts long, marriage that did not started on the whole idea of love, marriage that started off where 2 individuals very young, 19 and 20, and they got pregnant in college. And that's the idea of you're disappointing your family, you're disappointing yourself, you're disappointing people who were rooting for you, and so you did everything that you possibly could do to not be a statistic. So you got the support, you graduated from college, you even went all the way up to getting her PhD, and you are in this basically picture perfect to everyone else's eyes marriage, except for it is not. It is not. Your spouse has not been faithful, and you've been living a lie. And then comes this person that lets you explore things that you've never got to explore in the 20 years of marriage. You're 40 now, and this is when life somewhat begins for you. I thought it was interesting how it dealt with those stories, and I know there are quite a few people that happened to. They got pregnant very young, got married, and didn't even know themselves as being adult. They never even discover who they are, but they are living the family life and have these extreme situation that in the eyes of everybody you made it kind of situation. I liked how it was handled. I liked the romance in this. I like that it didn't start off on this negative road. It was more of mental, which I think is probably the worst of infidelity, where it's not intimate. It's intimate, but it's not intimate on a sexual level. Those are probably the worst ones because you are literally like opening up you to a person. So I thought it was interesting. I actually gonna say yes, I enjoy this. It's not something I thought I was gonna enjoy, but I really did. And yeah, so after I finished this, I decided to get into Ella. Now I was saving Ella for November, because even though this is a novel, it is Ella's story, so I'm gonna explain it to you. So Diane Richards did was took what is known of Ella and fill in the blanks. So in this, so for instance, Ella was, this story is of her early years. This is not when she hit and became famous. This is not when everyone knew who she was. This is early years, from she was 15 to 17. This is what the story focus on, and these were the years that broke her but also built her up and made her who she was. So in this story, and what we know in real life, so what we know in real life, her mom passed away at 17. She was with her sister, half sister, and her stepfather, and something happened. She moved to live with her aunt, where she got involved with some gambling people and end up at an orphanage and then eventually at a reformatory school. This was the 1930s, so just imagine the hell. Now, in what she has said in interviews and things that she has repeated, there's a lot of things that she left out because they were painful memories. So what the author did was fill in the blank of what could have happened. For instance, what could have happened at the reformatory school. It's easy to do that because there's a lot of record to show that those schools were hell, especially if you were a young black person, where you're going to deal with hell and how they treated the individual. It's also that time period where you were not being encouraged to have an education. You were encouraged to be in help. That's your job, is to go wash some clothes, be a maid. That kind of setup was what they expected from young black girls. That wasn't hard for her to fill in the blanks. The relationship with her and her stepfather, sadly, that wasn't hard again to fill in the blank. But I do like how she did it and not assume the worst. And in terms of where I was at reading this, I was assuming the worst. Even though what happened was horrible, very horrible, I still felt like she did not go to the worst scenario kind of deal. And as far as we know, we don't know if that was if the worst scenario didn't happen, because she's never talked about it. Ella has never talked about it. So I love the writing. I love how it takes you on this journey. I love her determination and how there are moments she's on the street. But what surprised me, because I did not know this about Ella, I'm a person that I'm a fan. I own 2 vocal singers of jazz. I own a lot of instrumental jazz artists from that time period. But as far as vocalists, it's for female, it is Ella and Billie Holiday. So I have been obsessed with Billie Holiday, so I know a lot about her story, but I don't know a lot about Ella. So I was surprised to know that her first passion was not singing. Her first passion was dancing. So she was going around everywhere with a dance partner or wanting a partner to dance. All the latest dance set. It was her savior. It was her passion. It was what she loved to do, and what she was hoping to get her out of the poverty she was in, and that's her goal. And to know that she's such an amazing singer and singing was not her first love blew me away in this book, where I'm like, what? Like, are you kidding me? How can you be so gifted and not realize it? And then as the story goes on, you realize where the passion came from, where it's singing was all, even though dancing was her passion. When you are going through it, you can't really dance. Singing, you can. So there's moments in this where she was going through it and she was in these dark areas singing to like save her insanity, to not go crazy. And the more she sings, she realized that she had a voice. And it's not something that came naturally where she just knew from the get-go. No, it was those dark moments that she realized, wait a minute, I can sing. And so this one also dig into her Apollo. So there is there's a footage. It's not the greatest footage of her at Apollo when she auditioned. And that's what gave her the break. And so this author now go into what may have happened, why she decided she didn't want to dance instead of singing, all that. So this is just again, it's just a hard book to really say it's fiction, because it's not. But I do like her creativity in trying to fill in the spaces of things that she didn't know, of those moments that Ella left out purposely in her life. I enjoy this. It makes me want to like wonder what happened more after those spaces that she was in, those bars and nightclub where she was the only black person to ever step foot in, that kind of deal. Her relationship with Marilyn Monroe, that kind of, you know, backgrounds of her, I would love to know more about. But I would say I enjoy this. I think if you are a fan of the jazz, if you're a fan of that time period in history, of those clubs, the cotton clubs, the soiree, all of that, I think you might actually enjoy this. And it is a rough book because she was very young. It is 15 and 17 and living an adult life. And the relationship she had with her family, they don't dig into the aftermath. It's literally just 2-year period that they really dig into this. So I would love to know what really happened when she made it in you know, with her aunt and her sister and her cousin, like what really happened. Did they mend their relationship? Those are things that I would love to know. So I'm going to still dig and see what else is out there about her story, because I would love to know that. But I would say beautiful cover, beautiful woman, very inspiring story of you not giving up, going for what you want. This is what this book gave me. Absolutely love it. So I'm yes for this. All right, so as far as projects, I did wear one of my basics, so you guys know I've been working on a lot of basics. And I made the jumpsuit, which I put a thing here. This is what I really want to wear to Brooklyn Book Festival, because it's just like a jumpsuit. It is going to be comfy. But if it rains, it's a no for me. I also made another black sweater. And that might be what I will wear with some denim and some sneakers. And that's how I'm going to push it. And I finished my mom's. I did make my mom's purple dress. When she tried it, the pockets were just showing. Because of the fabric, it just was printed and showing, and then she didn't like it, and I didn't like it either. So I had to remove the pockets. And my mom's a pocket person, so that's why I made it with a pocket. I should have went with my guts and said this is not really a pocket kind of dress fabric, and the way it fits, because it is fitted. It is fitted to her shape. It's not a flowy, loose where the pocket wouldn't have been an issue. So I took them out and I finished that. So I'm doing really good. Birthday wise, I did finish my birthday dress, the tuxedo one. I have one more to make, and then I'm going to focus on some jacket and more sweater, because this is sweater weather, okay? I do want to make more vintage. The jumpsuit is vintage, and this one is also a vintage pattern. So I think I'm going to make this. I really want to make the long version with a really high split, y'all, high split. But I don't know if I have enough fabric. So if I made the short version, it's still gonna be split, but it's just not gonna be the same, because yeah. And that's it, guys. So if you are gonna be at the Brooklyn Book Festival, let me know. I would love to meet you guys. Hopefully, y'all, that the rain does not ruin it this year. It's done that in the past where it was more about the wind, not necessarily the rain. But if it does rain, I'm hoping it's not like windy, because that will be a disaster for the vendors. They won't be able to be outside because nobody wants to buy wet books. No. So anyway, I will end this here, and let me know how you guys feel about Ella, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.